time for this week's top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day. Welcome back, everybody. Before we get into talking about this week's top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day, I have a little video clip to play for you guys. This is for a Kickstarter from writer Damian Becton, who is a Mad Cave Talent Search winner. And this book looks awesome. It's coming on Kickstarter very soon, so check it out. So yeah, World Away #1 coming to Kickstarter very soon. Got a link down in the description that will take you on over to the page, and you can hit notify me on launch. So when it does launch, you will know exactly when that happens. So go on over there, check that out. Looks like this is going to be a really cool sci-fi epic story. So let's get into the top 10 now. We've got a honorable mention first because it's not seeming like it's exactly a story yet, but it is an introduction to a new publisher coming from Tyler Kirkham, and it's called Artist Elite. And this is Artist Elite Primer Red, which has several new characters, new stories coming from a talented team of artists: Alan Qua, Ben Templesmith, Brett Booth, Ryan Kincaid, Paolo Pantalina, and Sora Sung. So this is one I think, check it out, watch this, because it's got 4 pages of sketches, concepts, and more from each of those new characters, creations that these artists are doing. So I'm going to pick it up just to check out what could be coming from this. Yeah, but I don't know much about those stories yet, so this hopefully gives us a little bit of a taste to know which of these stories we may want to look at in the future. So let's keep on moving to number 10. Number 10 this week is from Dark Horse Comics, and it is We Have Demons number 3 of 3 from Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. This is it. It's the last issue, but each issue's been like almost double size issue. It feels like thick issues. Great story so far. And in this issue, Faith is put to the ultimate test as Lam and Gus face the demons of their past. The angelic and demonic forces of the world collide in this show-stopping first arc's finale. The best-selling creative duo of the last 25 years, writer Scott Snyder and artist Greg Capullo, present a new blockbuster series, We Have Demons. Years in the making, this title is bursting at the seams with epic character-driven action for teens and adults alike. It is going to have more arcs apparently, so that is awesome to hear. But this arc has been phenomenal, and it'll be wrapping up this week, and it is my number 10 pick. Number 9 this week is one from Scout Comics, coming it looks like from Lunar this week, not on Diamond's list. Cult of Icarus number 3 of 4 from Jenna Lynn Wright and Carl Slominski. Just a fantastic story so far. What do you do when it turns out you might be the harbinger of the apocalypse? Hunters finally found some answers as to her heritage, and they've sent her reeling. She's a one-of-a-kind, literally, and the Cult of Icarus is out for her blood. Worse, our hero's safe haven might not be as safe as they thought. There's a two-faced traitor in their midst. As the Cult of Icarus closes in, it looks like Hunter and the gang might be outnumbered and outfanged. Ah well, if you can't beat them, drain them. What do you do when it turns out you might be the harm? It's repeating itself. Okay. Lunar's got some weird description things going on this time, but I absolutely love the first 2 issues of Cult of Icarus. The issue 1 cover, also gotta say, if you haven't gotten to pick that up, you need to pick it up just to feel it because it's phenomenal. Fantastic quality to these books. Coming from Scout Comics, Cult of Icarus number 3 is my number 9 pick this week. Coming in for number 8 this week is from DC's Black Label, the creator-owned story from James Tynion and Alvaro Martinez Bueno, Nice House on the Lake. We're on issue number 9 of 12. All Arturo wants is for his partner Sam to be happy. So why isn't he? What is scratching at the edge of Sam's memories to keep him restless and unsatisfied? As a journalist, nothing can keep Sam from the truth, no matter what the truth could cost the man he loves. We're getting towards these last couple issues of Nice House on the Lake. We've had some crazy stuff happen in this story, and James Tynion is unrelenting in where he's going with this. So I every time this comes out, I'm ready and excited to read the next chapter in this story, and I never know what's going to happen next. There's probably been so many hints to how this could end, and he throws all kinds of little details in there that probably are indicating where we're headed with this, but I'm in it for the ride and enjoying every second of this story so far. So Nice House on the Lake number 9 is my number 8 pick this week. Coming in for number 7, going over to Image Comics, we got Little Monsters number 4 from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. The young vampires stumble upon a human girl and try to reunite her with her father. Despite their best intentions, the temptation of drinking human blood might prove too strong when they enter a survivor's encampment. I have enjoyed this story so far. Also, like with everything else we're talking about here, Lemire and Nguyen do an excellent job together. I think their storytelling is fantastic. The art is phenomenal, and I am very intrigued by this whole concept. And the fact that these, little kids that are vampires are there, at seeming like almost a post-apocalyptic world, didn't realize there were other people around besides themselves, and now that they have found humans, that temptation to taste their blood that is innate in them may really put some of them through some moral dilemmas, because they are still kids and childlike in some ways, that they don't want to hurt people, but the vampire in them may take over and cause some problems. So Little Monsters number 4 from Image Comics is my number 7 pick this week. Coming in for number 6, also from Image Comics, What's the Furthest Place from Here number 6 from Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss. We have the end of the first story arc, and here it is. Prufrock chases a ghost. Oberon fights for his life, and Alabama's deal to save her family collapses before her eyes. It's the end of the road for the Academy. Yes, they know it, but they are going down swinging in this shocking conclusion to the first arc. After this, nothing will ever be the same again. So, this world is cool. What happened to the adults in this world? That, why do people die or get sick when they get older, or where do they go? What's up with these crazy creatures out there in the world, the strangers, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and these warring factions of kids. This whole world is so intriguing, and Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss are bringing such a hit story to us, and we're getting the end of the first story arc here. So number 6 of What's the Furthest Place from Here is my number 6 pick this week. Number 5 this week, coming from Behemoth Comics, we've got Follow Me Into the Darkness, number 4 of 4. This is the last issue already for the second story arc of the You Promised Me Darkness world. This is this issue: Disintegration, a death, a final battle, an explosion, anger, and the darkness. Welcome to a world full of darkness. The end of the saga has arrived, where the children of the comet will fight to survive against the worst of opponents. Loved every second of this world. The You Promised Me Darkness world, the Follow Me Into the Darkness sequel world here. And I want to say, back when we interviewed Damien, there may have been thoughts for 3 story arcs, so we may get more coming eventually, but this might be it for now, and I can't wait to see how it ends. Just enjoying the artwork that Damien puts into this, the unique characters in this story. I don't know how he's come up with some of these characters, but they are fantastical, and I love it. So, Follow Me Into the Darkness, number 4 of 4 is my number 5 pick this week. Coming in for number 4 is a new one from AWA Upshot, from Greg Hurwitz, Mike Diodato, and an awesome cover from Raza. We have New Think number 1. This Black Mirror style anthology examines the rapid proliferation of technology, the culture and political polarization of the country, and the technocrats that have driven us to such extremes of thought that we need to present the present as something futuristic. Even each of the 5 issues is a standalone tale with its own art team. So I love the idea of this, the future presentation type of thing, but really looking at it, it's what's going on in the world. I love AWA Upshot's not afraid to throw commentary on what's happening in the world around us right now, and this is another excellent book that is going to be doing that. And it's my number 4 pick this week, New Think number 1 from AWA Upshot. My number 3 pick this week coming in is from Image Comics, and it is from James Tynion and Chris O'Halloran and Gavin Fullerton. We have The Closet, number 1 of 3. A tale of existential familial horror by James Tynion IV and Gavin Fullerton. Tom is moving across country with his family and dragging the past along with him. His son Jamie is seeing monsters in the bedroom closet and will not let them go. Sounds like another great horror story coming from James Tynion. I should have been able to read this by now because I am on the Substack, but I have not had time to catch up on anything that's happened in Substack land in the last bit. But the artwork looks fantastic, and the story idea sounds great. So, the monster in the closet story we got going on here. So, Closet number 1 of 3 is my number 3 pick this week. Coming in for number 2, back over to Behemoth Comics, I've got Never Ender, number 1 of 6 from Devin Kraft. So we have Devin Kraft writing and drawing this. The year is 2X19, and due to breakthroughs in artificial accelerants, mankind has taken to the stars. At the edge of civilization, the dominant sport is a civilized sword duel to the death. The rules are simple. The duel must be agreed upon by both crows. A time and place must also be agreed upon. Both duelists must acknowledge each other. Only 2 crows may duel at a time. A crow must have direct contact to his weapon. Once the kill is confirmed, the match is over. In the City of Riots, Merrick, a disaffected terrestrial youth, fights for his survival. Smash the city, smash the state, burn it all, escape to space. Just looking at the cover art on this, I am excited to see what Devin Kraft does with the interior art. The cover does say Kraft, Ekis, and Lou is the creative team, so I don't know if that's an error on the part of Diamond for not including the rest of the team on there, but I'm excited for this. It looks fantastic, and it's Behemoth Comics. I have not found a book that I really hated coming out from Behemoth. I generally enjoy the types of stories that they decide to put out, so Never Ender looks like it's going to be another one of those. So number 1 from Behemoth Comics here for Never Ender is my number 2 pick. Number 1 this week, though, going back over to Scout Comics, and this one going to By the Horns Dark Earth number 1 from Marquesan Nasso and Jason Muir, and Steve Cannon on for the colors now. It's back. By the Horns is finally back. We talked to Marquesan and Jason a few weeks ago on the channel, and just fantastic time talking with them. So if you haven't watched that, go check that out. Try to link that at the end of this video so you guys can go over and check that interview out again. But very excited for this world to come back. I love this fantasy world that they've built. I love the extra details that get put in to the story that maybe look like background details but have come back and are things that we are getting are more important to the story. So 6 months after their hellacious battle in the sky with the evil sorceress Fang Po, Elodie and Sajin are back in Wayfarer, reluctantly settling into their new lives as farmers. But their days spent tilling the land in overalls prove short-lived when a mysterious blight devastates the continent of Solothus and forces them to take up a new quest. They have already said they've got ideas for lots and lots of stuff happening in the world of By the Horns, and I am excited that this could just go on for a long time. Absolutely just such a fan of this world, and it is my number 1 pick this week for Top Indie Comics. So please go check it out. The trade for Volume 1 is already out there in the world, so go pick that up and pick up issue 1 By the Horns Dark Earth so you can keep on with the story. That is it for this week. Thank you again for watching this, and a reminder, go check out that Kickstarter campaign. As close things out, I will play a short clip again talking about that, but go check it out. Worlds Away number 1 is going to be on Kickstarter from Damien Becton, the one of the Mad Cave talent search winners. So looks like an awesome Kickstarter coming from him. And as always, collect what you love. See you guys next time.